Welcome to another video episode on my Arduino Mega2560, connected by SPI to an Arduino Uno and some fischertechnik mechatronics, and that was an oops. Now last time I put the oscilloscope probes to several pins, and one, of course, if you look here, clock goes to clock, and more appropriately 52 goes to 13, so that's what it's connected to. Then data is now connected to master output slave input 51. Master output slave input is 11, and then there is select, which is now 53 and 10. The only problem is that the only thing that you see right now is this one. This, what is supposed to be data, isn't doing a thing. So I am suspecting that I should not put it to master output slave input, but to master input slave output. Now let me select serial monitor and see if it does do anything at all. Would be very nice if it did. And as yet I see absolutely nothing, which is not good at all. So this is probably once again a matter of wiring, so as it has been before. And the problem is also that in order to get these probes connected, they are very, very close to each other, and I don't really like that. But right now the main problem is, if this doesn't do anything, I can wait a long time until this does something. So that's my concern right now. And last time also it turned out that if I removed a probe and put it somewhere else, for some reason the Uno disconnects. So I have to be very careful with that, and the reconnecting the Uno doesn't help. I have to disconnect everything, so both the Mega2560 and the Uno, reconnect, and then of course also change ownership of both the interfaces /dev /TTY ACM 0 and 1, or whichever number they have been assigned to. And right now I don't like it at all, since it doesn't do anything. And let's pay attention to this LED. Well, this LED works. Well, it shines, but it also goes off, and that means that that part of the algorithm works. Yes. So the question is what's going on here, and I will change this probe to the next one and see whatever that happens, and maybe, just maybe, I will get this one back, because right now ACM0 is the Uno, so it should work. And I don't like it when nothing really works. It delays a lot of things. For instance, making this work and making this motor work, because the other one, this one, is working. Anyway, enough talking. Let's rewire. Alright, so what did I do? First of all, I changed ownership. So as long as nothing else happens, this can be minimized. This still doesn't happen, but what does happen now is, if we pay some attention and wait a bit, let's wait, yes, there you see something happen very quickly. So I think I should slow time a bit. See, that is what I want to see. Now it's 1/10 of a second. Maybe a bit too slow. Yes, and that is what I want to see, and I didn't see that before. So this was a good action to change it from master output slave input to master input slave output. That was a good action, good change. Yes. Question, however, is, now see, now I have here some output as well. Always good to see. Yes. Alright. Although SPI test doesn't make sense. Also, I want to see a lot more. That is better. I want to see still more, because opening error. What opening error? I do have the right permission here, guys. But regarding this, no, not this one, this one, I should be getting a sensor value, and I'm not getting it. Now if you look right here, this, yeah, I know it's not very good visible, but this one, this wire is connected to A0 on the Uno, and the only thing that could prevent it from working is if the wires are not entirely connected. So this one is working, this one is connected, this one is connected, this one could be better. Unfortunately, there are some very, and there goes a connection. There certainly goes a connection, so I have to fix something right there. that is an oops, and it still shows that I need to rewire that. And let's see, yeah, that should be this wire onto that transistor. So let's see how I can do that, because without that, you see it has halted. It's the motor. Right, some issues. As you can see, sensor value is being read. That said, it is not entirely accurate, because the motor still doesn't work, and sensor value, as being pointed out right here, high is really when it is high, and right now it is as low as it can get because of the fact that it doesn't run. So when I press this one and wait for some time, what happens? And I'm afraid I'll have to wait for some time. Do I like to wait for some time? No, I don't. And another thing is, of course, that the timing would be a lot better for timer is low. So I'll have to wait for the complete thing to open, and well, let's get rid of that. How do I get the delay out? Well, possibly by leaving the delay out. And same thing is with this delay. So let's cut all these delays in the algorithm. There are more delays. Here's one delay, but I don't even use it. So that's one thing. Now, for that matter, yeah, there's also code that I can skip. Regarding this, our opening serial port here, sensor value is 1, doesn't make much sense right now. So, it is uploading, it has done uploading. Now this, is it making much sense at all? It because this is supposed to come from this, and that is from the motor, which doesn't run. So how come? It should give low all the time now, and it clearly doesn't. And then the SPI isn't doing much good either. So is this 1 second? Is this 10 seconds? That is a good question. So let me change this. To, for example, 100. This as well. And see whatever. No, this not, because this is with something that didn't work. So let's see whatever this means. Alright. Still not correct, because the motor isn't working. And this goes on and on. So SPI works, but the motor riddles me. Yeah, this motor riddles me too, but I'm talking now about this one, because for some reason it doesn't want to work, and it is being controlled here, supposedly. So let's see about this one. Or is it analog controlled? Won't surprise me, by the way. Rather complicated and therefore harder to maintain. Well, since things aren't working as they should, the question is there enough voltage? Right there. So yes, out comes the multimeter again. So it has no use to measure here, but it has use to measure here. So putting one probe, let's say here and here, I hope I can make it. And yes, it shows absolutely nothing. So that means that shows why it doesn't work. So this is 5 volts, and if I have a ground somewhere like here, it shows it has a little bit less than 5 volts. So now when I measure here and here, oops, that's the wrong way. So what do I have here and what do I have? This is the same thing. So here is the same voltage as here, and that means there's no potential difference, so that motor won't run. But why does it have the same voltage? That is a very, very good question. It just suddenly stopped. Well, more or less suddenly, the wire went loose. But is that the real cause? So with the values on the serial monitor, that shows that values are going from 0 to 1, which I do not believe at all. Let me measure from here, oops, to entrance of this transistor, and that shows absolutely nothing. So something has gone completely wrong regarding the circuit. Now to find out why. And this one should stay in. And it just runs on power as usual. but still I don't get it. Replacement of a transistor comes in mind. And I have replaced quite a lot of transistors by now, so picking this one out to see which version it is. Yes, and which one is this? Kind of replacement. It's the same one, so if this is a good one, I should notice pretty quickly. If that is the cause. And right now I don't see that that is the cause, because it doesn't run. Another thing is, of course, that I could put in an LED, just like I have done with all the other circuits. I think that is a pretty good idea. So let me do that. Alright, now I have relocated the connection between the transistor circuit for this motor a little bit here, put a LED in between. That didn't work. I tested the LED next to this one. That does work, so I know the LED works. And then I think, oh wait, I didn't control the LED, so I have added a constant integer, no, this one, a constant integer analog out pin 7 for the motor. Then right here a pulse width for 512. Uploading, this time it works, except that the motor still doesn't work. And then I noticed that I lost signal on the blue line, and that turned out that this probe had pulled the pin out. So now I have my signal here. These two are the most important. I have SPI test, so this corresponds, I think, to this. But now the question is, why doesn't the motor work? And I think that is the most important question right now. Everything. Oh, by the way, you will notice that I have put the black wire back into place. However, apart from that, yeah, I re-swapped the transistor because and since it burns, this is anyway a good one. What else? Well, right now I am out of options. Voltages, I expect them to be okay, but they don't run, so they are not fully okay. That's impossible. And it ran even before I had implemented analog out pin 7, so it ran purely on voltage. So why doesn't it work right now? And unfortunately I can't tell. It's not logical in any way. And when I now manually press the button, what happens, if anything? Another thing is again that the sensor value isn't put on screen. It should happen pretty quick. And let me put the other one on screen as well. And I do not doubt that the motor is working after all. There's just some signaling not quite correct, and this takes too long to my liking. So whatever is going on, I don't really get it, and I'm missing the signal now. Ah, there the signal is. So yeah, diagnostics is needed. And then I also notice that this motor has gone still. Well, not anymore. This one works. This one, after all that time, still refuses to work. Yeah, still so many problems ahead. Let's find a point with this one. Alright, last part of this video. Time to measure again. So, putting the voltage, the main here, then putting the ground probe here to where the motor goes, and the voltage says under 1 volt. Barely visible, but if you look closely, it's under 1 volt. Is that logical? Well, if I measure the other motor, another motor, from, well, let's just say from here to whatever location, here for example, it comes to 3.5 volts somehow. And to check if that is not just a coincidence, I will measure from here to here with the other one, and I'm measuring the wrong way. So from here to here, 3.5 volts. So something in the volts is completely wrong for this motor, which is a big oops. And that has happened suddenly for some reason, and I have no clue why. Anyway, time is up for this video, for this episode. So what did I do? Well, I found out that I have to use a master input slave output to get the data on the scope. Then the wiring is right now. No, it's not. It is certainly not. I have to take care of this probe, because that the weight of the probe pulls the SPI out, and that's no good. And this one is of course this line. So although it shows very little, if anything, it makes sure that this line doesn't show. So yeah, they're of course interconnected. And what I could do is maybe this. Let's see whatever that does in signal. Or better, if it is a very faint signal, then unit should be 1 volt. Anyway, yeah, what I also did was defining analog out pin 7. So this LED shows that this circuit is working. Still there is too few voltage suddenly over this motor, so it won't run. That also means that there is no sensor value. But that isn't printed anyway. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel, please like the video. If you follow me, please follow me on Twitter and retweet and like. On Instagram, please like. Please donate to keep the videos coming your way. More information on donating, please see my website. Also on my website lots of other videos and links to event pictures, etc. and videos, and this is going to be continued, obviously. So bye bye.